everyone, and welcome back to a nice chilly. It's I'm recording these on a Saturday morning, so I usually, you know what? We'll pick back the. We're gonna break the fourth wall on a episode that I already break the fourth wall on. We're playing commentary on my commentary. I record these usually. I should let me rephrase. When I do record these, it's usually like on a Saturday morning. Um, that's just like when I have kind of the most quiet time available in my life. I usually do it. I try to do it on a weekend because this takes a while. Like I can record these, um, you know, all at the same time, all in kind of one fell swoop. So, and it's a bit of a setup because I got to set up like OBS and um, what I do is I have my the podcast on like I set up my second monitor and all that. So it is a bit of a setup, so that's why I do it like kind of all at once. And so yeah, it's a nice chilly Saturday morning. It's gonna get chillier the next few days. So next week it's supposed to be pretty cold, but right now it's not too bad. Anyway, you didn't come here for that. You came here because it's part three of the commentary for episode number 50. Elizabeth is finally on. It's our first episode that she's ever been on, and yeah, so we're right around 26 minutes and 11 seconds is what it says there on the screen. Uh, and we're going to be wrapping up here. This is part three of the commentary. This is it. This is this is the finale. This is we're all the marbles here for this one. I botched that phrase. I'm sorry. You know what? Note to the editor, just cut that out. Uh, anyway, we're gonna get back in here. We were talking about sort of movies that we were watching, and we got to Netflix rom-coms and all that. So let's stop listening to me talk because no one came here for that. All right, I'm over 2 minutes now of just me talking. Let's get back in it. Okay.
But I mean, it still wasn't that great. It had KJ Apa in it, also from Riverdale.
I'm telling you, there's only like 5 of them.
and Maya Mitchell, and then
who's from the Fosters?
Yeah, from the Fosters. But now she has her own show, Good Trouble.
Or yeah, with the other girl from the
Yeah.
Fosters. They did a spin-off.
Yeah, they're like moving on.
Because
it's
the
like
Fosters needed to move on.
When the Goldbergs
Well,
went to school
The Fosters needed to move on because it was like 6 seasons, but they were supposed to be in high school.
the whole time. So
It's like you gotta. That's what Riverdale's gonna run into trouble because they're seniors next season, I guess.
so they'll have to
They have
graduate
to
and find
figure
something
out.
else to do.
They're gonna have to figure out something. Like maybe they'll be done, or maybe.
Maybe they'll just have a special or something.
Well, I think it's a very profitable show for the CW. It's one of their best shows for the CW, so they have to keep it around.
I guess
People
so.
like Rachel have to watch it.
Yeah.
As she walks, she has to stop doing that. You have to tell her to stop doing that. When she's
Walking
like walking
and
to class, she watches TV.
That's not safe, especially with all the scooters.
It's bad enough to like use your phone and walk,
Yeah,
but like when
watching TV.
you're plugged in and you're watching.
At least she's not on a
And she's
bird.
not a big person too, so she could easily just get run over by a normal-sized human being who's walking.
This is true.
Who's walking?
It'd be like
I've
one of the-
almost run into her.
One of the basketball players, the football players.
Oh, no, she's dead. But I'm just saying, even me,
That's
I
true.
could
You can
trample
knock her over.
I could trample. So you could trample her.
Yeah. And she's pretty short. I mean, she's not. She's like an average female height. I'm just kind of tall.
No, she's on the shorter end.
I thought she was 5'4".
Is she?
Yeah, that's
I think
average.
isn't the what's the? I thought it was 5'5".
Oh, I thought it was 5'4".
5'6".
It's either
I think it's
5'4" or
5'6".
5'5".
I think it's more than 5'4".
It's been up to 5'6". It used to be 5'4".
You're saying that half of all women are shorter than Rachel? I don't
Maybe.
think that's true. Maybe she's taller than I think, and she's shorter than you think.
Maybe. I don't know.
Folks, I just looked it up. The average height for a woman is 5'4". So I was wrong there. I guess she is average height. It is like I think what I just said on the podcast that she's taller than I think and shorter than Elizabeth thinks, or she's shorter than, whatever I just said. I think that was correct. I think somewhere in between of what we were talking about. Yeah, I'm sorry. You know what? Shout out to Rachel. I apologize. And yeah, we did. The last one was that last episode that we did a commentary on. Was that Rachel's a good driver? Let's see. Oh, it is. Yeah, there you go. Shout out to Rachel. But I will say, Rachel, you gotta stop. You gotta stop walking around and watching TV. It's a little dangerous, is all I'm saying. So okay, let's get back on it.
Rachel, if you're listening, how tall are you?
Weigh in. How tall are you? All the way from
Yeah,
France.
she can call in. Yeah, have her call
I
in.
can't call her in. She's in France.
She can call in. Tanner, I recorded an episode with Tanner in France.
So over the phone.
Yeah, well, on like Skype.
Oh.
Because Skype, you can. That's how I do it with Connor. You know, behind the scenes for the Experience podcast. On Skype, you can record the video call.
Oh, okay. So
So you just click
the
record. You
audio.
don't have to do anything. Yeah, that's very easy.
That's cool.
So I did that with Tanner and his friends in France. He's drinking a lot of wine.
Pausing here as we get into the Tanner talk. Everyone was waiting for the Tanner talk. Little preview there. Yeah, we used Skype for like those summer episodes in 2019 because Connor got a job somewhere. I don't remember where. He got some internship, but I was staying on campus. I was doing research over the summer at Georgia Tech because I was going right into my master's program in that fall. So I was like, I'll just stay and do some research and, you know, mess around. And I think Elizabeth was staying on campus that summer too. That's how we got this podcast in. And it's a little preview because little did we know that less than a year later from this recording would begin the Skype era of the show, right? Where we do every episode on Skype. So yeah, okay, let's get back into it. A little sad. I'm sorry. Yeah, but that's just how it is now.
Yeah, I feel like that's what they do when they go to Europe. When you study abroad, they all just go to Metz and they drink wine, and then they go to Germany.
He said he had like a bunch of wine bottles. I forget how many it was, like over 10.
Like in his room.
Just sitting in his room.
Oh man.
And he'd been there like a week.
Oh no.
Like empty bottles, not full.
Wow.
Like,
well, I mean, they drink wine like with every
he was
meal.
drinking wine. Yeah, he was drinking wine just like on the podcast.
Or just
He had
chilling,
some Chardonnay or whatever it was.
Interesting.
I was like,
I really haven't tried that much wine. I mean, I'm turning.
There's some good ones. We have.
My best friend turned 22.
You're 21, right?
Yeah, I'm turning 22
You're
in
old.
September.
Yeah.
But 4 days ago, my best friend Lane turned 22.
We have a rosé in the fridge. I got. Rosé is good.
Yeah.
It's a little.
It's like an in between, right? Between white wine and red wine, or.
I mean, color. Yes, it's pink.
Well, yeah,
So,
but I don't know how
think
to classify rosé.
It's a sparkling sweet wine.
Okay.
Not that sweet. I don't like candy. It's not like
But
candy.
like a dessert.
It's like a champagne type of thing.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to have a dessert. It's good for like a summer day.
I had this wine the other day. It was like a dinner party that was really fancy. My friend's mom was hosting, and I was just staying the night at my friend's house, so we got included in the dinner party. And it was like one of those dessert wines that's so sweet you have to serve it in like the tiny wine glasses.
Yeah, it's not that. Yeah, this is
Well, I know rosé is not like that,
Yeah.
but it tasted like
Those are.
like honey.
Oh yeah.
It was like a brandy wine.
Mhm.
And you know how I made this reference to my friend and she just died laughing that I would even say something like it, but I was like, like in Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief and the Olympians, all those series, how they always had ambrosia. I was like, this is what I will always now think is ambrosia. This is like sweet honey wine.
No, there's some really good dessert wines that Owen got too drunk on one time.
Did you get sweet dessert wines? Because I know sometimes dessert wines are more bitter to be paired with something.
Yeah, there's some sweet ones. But rosé is pretty good. It's a little girly,
So
you'd like it.
you don't know that.
You would like it. I think this is something you would like.
I mean, I've had a rosé before.
Is it a good
I
one?
have had rosé,
Okay.
and I did like it. It was good.
It's pretty much.
But I've only ever had a rosé, and then I think it was a white wine, but it was like a sweet.
Like a
white wine.
Chardonnay.
It wasn't Chardonnay.
No, because that's.
Maybe it was like
maybe
Pinot.
Pinot Grigio.
I think it was that one.
Pinot Grigio's okay.
I don't know. I've had that, and then maybe one other kind.
We
but
did,
I
we
just
did like
picked the brand.
a wine tasting
Yeah,
downtown.
that's cool.
We tried like several of them. There were like four different red wines, a couple whites, and then dessert.
I
And they
really want
told
to
us-
tour a beer brewery, not because I haven't actually really. I had beer one time, but it was like.
My dad really wants me
Not
to drink
good.
beer, and I'm like, no.
But I mean,
Too
it was
much.
like a cheap beer,
Okay,
but it was like out with like a bunch of people, like the 2110 TAs,
I'll bring you back some from Germany.
the good stuff. But I kind of want to tour Sweetwater's. A lot of people say they're like, oh, I don't like Sweetwater beer. And I'm like, I don't want their beer. I just want to see how beer's made.
We did a rye whiskey tour. We went to
That's
there's a
cool.
factory in Baltimore.
Oh,
They talked to us. They talked about the difference between rye, whiskey, bourbon.
Hold on, pausing here. I completely forgot. I did not do research in 2018. I don't know why I was in Atlanta for a little bit. I think I was visiting Owen or something. But no. Or maybe I did research for a little bit. But I went to Germany that summer. I forgot. Wow, I completely blocked it out of my mind. I did a like digital marketing internship in Germany. So that's wow. I completely forgot. I did research the previous summer. But yeah. So okay, back into our whiskey tour.
And Scotch,
Mm-hmm.
and they showed us like all these. There's a lot of chemical engineering.
Yeah.
This is just distillation columns, which is just chemical engineering. And they showed us how that, and they
That's
had
what
like
you could do full time.
I know a lot. I don't think they had any applications for engineers. But yeah, and then they had
You could work for Budweiser.
my friend wants to like just brew beer
Mm-hmm.
for a living.
That's a cool thing to do.
I mean, he loves beer. He's I think you know Daniel Oliver from band.
Yeah.
These two, yeah. He just wants to brew beer for a living.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. But yeah, we had like a tasting, and some of those whiskeys, it was like 60% alcohol,
Oh, you're
65%
just like,
alcohol.
Whoa.
And I was like, I couldn't. They gave us the tiniest little sample,
yeah.
and I couldn't finish it. I took
Oh.
like a sip. It was insane. And then they had like little chocolates with alcohol.
Oh,
Like
really?
little alcohol chocolates, yeah.
And I guess with chocolate you don't have to bake it, so it wouldn't
No.
cook out.
No, it was.
Very strong.
No, it wasn't that bad. No, it wasn't that strong at all. It was just like chocolate little
It
kick.
was
It was actually pretty good.
I had a
It was like a
jelly
talent cleanser.
bean with jalapeno in it once.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was jalapeno in the jelly bean.
They have jalapeno jelly beans. If you buy like the big pack of jelly beans.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, no, it was like it was like a different brand, not like
Oh,
Jelly
okay.
Belly. It was like a specific pepper.
The problem with the
brand.
Jelly Belly one is like they'll give you like 100 jelly beans. And you only want 20 of them.
Yeah, well, it's like
So
Bertie.
you don't know which one.
Because you know there's the Bertie Bott's every flavored bean. It's like there's the Russian roulette beans.
Mhm.
I feel like even just regular jelly beans for me can be like Russian roulette because I don't like
Yeah,
most
exactly.
of the
That's what I'm
flavors.
saying. You get. Oh, I don't think most people like more than like 10% of them,
Yeah.
20%, and so. And you can never keep track because they give you like the little box with the outline,
Mhm.
but there's 100 of them in there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to row 12,
Yeah.
column 3.
I bet the one thing that those like big candy stores when they have like the wall of M&Ms or Skittles or jelly beans and
Mhm.
you can just pick which one you want. See, that's smart.
But then I can never do that because
I never do it because it's like by weight and I don't eat that much candy.
Mhm.
But
It's expensive.
yeah, but I mean that's how they get people. Is you just like, oh, I want this many, I want this many.
Yeah.
Like with Froyo, you don't know how much it's gonna weigh until you
Oh,
get to
that's
the
why
end.
they give you the big cups.
Mhm.
They don't give you tiny cups. They give you
They
the
give you a
smallest
big
cup
cup.
is huge,
Yeah, that way you fill it up
Yeah.
so that it weighs enough.
and you don't keep track. You're just like, I want this, this, and this.
Mhm.
And the toppings are a lot of the weight too, depending on which toppings. If
Oh,
you get
yeah.
like Oreos,
Yeah, I like so.
Or just
Now that
a
I'm
stack of weights?
dairy free, I'll go and like get like their fruit sorbet because that's usually what they have.
Mhm.
That's dairy
they always
free.
have a dairy free.
Although actually, when we were at the beach, my friend wanted to go get ice cream.
Uh-huh.
She's also dairy free. She's actually allergic, so she really can't have it.
You could have it. It's just
I can have it. It's just
not
better for me
comfortable.
to not. But we went there and they had like 3 machines that were down, and one of those was their only dairy free option. So then we went and she got shaved ice. But
They had, I think at the one over here, they had like dairy free vanilla too.
I'm just not a big vanilla person. I like the
It's
fruit.
an option.
But like those like little orbs you can get that are like they're like little tiny.
Oh, yeah, I
like,
don't know what
usually
those
pink or
are.
yellow.
I don't know what those are.
I don't know what they are, but like you can like pop them like when you eat them. They,
Oh
they,
really?
like,
I thought they
pop.
were like hard.
No, they're like liquid on the inside.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a jelly coating, I guess, but like
Mhm.
you like bite it and it pops, and then it's like little flavor. They're pretty cool.
It's like a second flavor.
Yeah, and it goes well with the fruit.
The fruit one. Yeah, I never know what to put in the fruit ones. Like if you get like a raspberry,
You just put more
what do you
fruit
put?
in it.
Yeah, what do you put?
But the fruit also weighs a lot. But I usually put those.
Yeah, if you put
I'll
like
just put a couple of
strawberries,
those.
it's,
Those weigh a lot. Unless they cube them up really small, but they
Yeah.
don't. They put them in like those giant
even so,
quarters
yeah,
of
they put
strawberries.
in a giant quarter. You can get one strawberry, and that's definitely the cheapest thing they have there.
Yeah.
Just- so it should not be, but they should have like a different category. But it's too complicated for people, for the old women that grow.
Yeah, you just put it on the thing and weigh it.
Mm-hmm. And there was one that was like guess the weight on Tuesdays, and you get it for free. And I
Yeah.
tried to do that one time, and I didn't even like I was going to do it, but then he was already like, all right,
Or
675 or whatever, and I was like, I didn't.
I wanted to guess. I don't even know how I would guess something like that.
You'd have to be good at it. Yeah. Well, you should be able to.
Maybe.
Mechanical engineering.
If I did the calculations.
Yeah, you gotta do
If
calculations.
this much volume is filled.
Yeah, because you
What
don't
is
know.
the density
Well, if I'm
of
with like
one?
the yogurt is in ice cream is like 75% air.
Yeah.
So
So it all depends on your toppings. Back
Mhm.
to the toppings.
It's all about
That's
the
all the
toppings.
weight.
it's all about the toppings. Okay.
Pausing here. It is toppings, guys. Keep that in mind. Toppings. That's where they get you when you go to those like self-serve places. That's how they get you on the weight. It's the toppings. You know, I've gone to like those like frozen yogurt places. And I've seen people put like mounds of Oreos or whatever. And I'm like, I mean, if you really love Oreos, but like that is just like whole Oreos, not like just crumbled, but like whole Oreos. I'm like, you know, that's gonna be a lot of weight. Anyway, we're wrapping up here soon, so we'll finish up here.
Okay, we can wrap up here. If you have anything else you want to talk about, we can keep going.
I don't know.
No? Who's that?
It was my family group chat.
No, what's going on?
Snapchat.
You have a family Snapchat?
No, not the family Snapchat. It's a
Oh.
Snapchat of other people.
So you have a family Snapchat?
No, my dad does have a Snapchat, but he doesn't respond when I Snapchat him because he only has it. So
Maybe he just
can-
doesn't want to.
He just I'll Snapchat him and I have to tell him I sent him a Snapchat because he just has it to use the face filters because he thinks they're funny.
Okay.
He just uses the filters and then saves the video and then he'll like just send them in our family group chat.
In the
Yes.
the text messages.
So he'll just text them to us, which
Well.
is pretty funny.
It's okay.
Or he'll save them on his phone and then show them to us.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you could have sent it to
Print
me.
them out
That would be great. Let me try to print out
and
this
mail them.
video.
Yeah, and mail it. Print out the stills. Make sure you watch it. Make sure you look at it in this
Go in
order.
You just flip through like a little sticky pad flip
Yeah,
book.
in a USB, he emails you a floppy disk.
I did find a floppy disk in our basement the other day.
The-
Not that we can use them. It's just there.
Yeah, we can play it.
With
you have to go
the
to like an
old
old
Polaroid
retro
camera,
store.
you know?
Yeah, you have to go to like an old retro
It's like an old film camera, an old Polaroid camera, and then a floppy disk in a box.
It's memorables.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for coming on, Elizabeth. Do you want to plug your stuff?
Plug my stuff?
You want people to find you online later?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you need more followers on
No,
Instagram?
I'm good. I mean, I'm private. You can try to follow me.
Okay, try to follow us. Yeah, okay, that's it then. Thanks.
Bye.
And there we go. That's episode number 50, Elizabeth finally on. I didn't have as much to say in the second half there. I mean, they were kind of just, sometimes you just kind of want to let it go. I'm also, again, I mentioned in the first episode, I don't know if I mentioned in the second episode, but I'm going to hit it hard this episode. But I'm having like my throat is congested a little bit, so, like I'm just like constantly clearing my throat here. So I apologize to our listeners if that came through. It shouldn't have. I try to mute. So what I do, again, we're breaking the fourth wall. We're doing a commentary on the commentary. But what I do is I mute the my microphone while I'm listening to the past episode. So that way, I try to avoid any sort of crosstalk or whatever. Because again, we're professional here, and I understand OBS just enough to do the minimum audio mixing on here. But anyway, that's the show this week. That's part 3 of the commentary for episode number 50. Elizabeth's finally on. I said that way too fast. I mentioned the first episode. Sometimes I talk a little too fast. Episode number 50. Elizabeth is finally on. Let me know what you guys want me to do next. So I'm like scrolling here right now. I have it up. Maybe we go back to some of these classics, like the ASMR episode, or like some of these other ones. I might go back to some of those because I did the first episode. I did the pilot, and then the Olivia episode might be a little too much. But you know what? We could definitely. Maybe Anatophobia. I don't know. Tanner comes out. We did that one. Yeah. So we're gonna have to figure out which one we want to do next. So yeah. Thank you all for listening. That was episode number 50. And yeah, have a good day.